I am the Norseman, last of my Viking brothers to be called to Valhalla in our eternal quest to protect the Helmet of Power from the forces of evil. Behold its glory, for it shall save mankind. It shrunk in the wash. It's still powerful. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're talking about Norseman for the Intellivision by Cote Gamers. Norseman comes in Cote Gamers premium packaging, which I really like, and this box is full of goodies. Number one, we've got these info cards on Intellivision games, both original and new. We've got this art print, both of the box art with the title and the box art without the title. We've got this concept art of the box art, and on the back we've got sheet music for the music that they made for the game. So maybe someone out there with piano skills could give us a piano rendition of that. We also have a really nice thick manual that not only tells us how to play the game, but also walks through the development and the mindset of the programmer and some trivia about the game. It's a really nice manual. I like that a lot. We've got a single overlay. This is a one-player game, so that's okay, but I do like to see two overlays in a box. We've got this little 3D printed helmet, which is not just a trinket. Apparently it's going to be used as a piece in an upcoming board game that Cote Games is making, and that piece will be exclusive to people who own this version of Norseman. Last but not least, we have the cartridge, which is a 3D printed cartridge, which is why they were able to inset that logo in there, and this is really nicely printed. It's smooth, and I really like the fact that they didn't harvest original cartridges, so they didn't have to destroy something to make this. The label came loose. I had to apply the sticker myself because apparently there is another version of the sticker that you could get if you were part of something else, and I think that's like a reflective metallic sticker. But that's fine right there. I stuck it on and we're good to go. So that's a lot of talking about the packaging. Let's get into the game. Norseman is a port of a VideoPack Plus game of the same name. The VideoPack was a European exclusive system and the follow-up to the Odyssey 2. So if you're in North America, it's entirely possible you've never heard of this game before, which is great. New game. The menu has selections for start game, options, and credits. Options available are your difficulty setting and music on/off. Once you start the game, you'll see that the gameplay is deceivingly simple. Eliminate the monsters while not letting them touch the helmet and not dying yourself. I say deceivingly simple because as you play this more and more, you're going to realize there are strategies to playing this game that are not immediately apparent to someone new to the game. Let's break it down. Each wave consists of a number of monsters that move from the top to the bottom. So in any given position, a monster has the ability to move to any one of the three hexes below them. As a group, they move on a timer, and they move one at a time, meaning that the more you eliminate, the faster any individual monster can move. If you move onto a monster, it dies, and its corpse becomes a barrier to movement. If a monster moves onto either you or the hex that the helmet is on, you lose. At first, you'll likely play this as a speed reaction game, getting to a monster before it can get to you, chasing them wherever they are on screen. As you play more, you'll realize that the best way to kill them is to ambush them from behind, keeping you safe from their attacks. The next level of play, you'll start picking where on the screen to kill them so that their dead bodies both shield the helmet and set up traps for future monsters. That's right, traps. Because we know that monsters can only move down, if you create hexes where a monster wouldn't be able to move, any monster that enters it will die without you having to kill them. Especially as the monsters get faster, this can be a very helpful tactic to clear screens. Finally, you can pick up and move the helmet by entering its hex and pressing the action button. Press the action button again to drop it in the hex of your choice. Now I know what you're thinking, and I thought it too. If you can pick up the helmet, why not just wear it and not have to worry about the monsters getting to it? Well, the problem is that when you wear the helmet, you move slower. So while this may work in early waves, as the game progresses, that's going to really be a huge hindrance to you. So it's best to just find a place that's safe for it, or make a place that's safe for it, and move on from there. After each wave of monsters, there's a bit of clearing that goes on. Several corpses are removed from the field, and then the next wave comes. This clearing prioritizes the top 2 rows of hexes, which prevents you from creating long-lasting traps that would just stop the monsters as they spawn in. Many of the corpses remain though, so once you get through a few waves, you'll enter a mode of building new shields and traps while repairing your existing ones. And that's Norseman for the Intellivision. So what do I think of this game? Well, I think it's obvious to anyone who has eyes that Cote Gamers is very proud of this, and they should be. Everything from the game to the packaging and all the extras has a premium feel to it. And I would go so far as to say that in terms of presentation, this is probably the best homebrew packaging I've ever seen, and I've got over 100 of them in my collection. The game itself is great. It's one of those easy to learn, difficult to master games that has a depth of strategy that really keeps you coming back more and more to see how far you can get. Now apparently there's a sequel that Cote Gamers is working on, and that I would really like to see. I'd really love to see maybe some different screen layouts, maybe a story mode where there's some goal aside from just to survive as long as you can. But it'll be really interesting to see what they come out with. They've got a winner here, and I'm excited for the sequel. Thank you for watching my video. If you have not yet subscribed, do it now. Also, like and comment, and contact me with the information on your screen. To Valhalla!